Few weeks ago, I came across an article that narrated the experience of a 14-year-old student. He was being interviewed by a mathematician to gauge his aptitude for advanced studies in mathematics. Most interestingly, the kind of questions asked by the professor were very basic and general, checking whether the student thinks and rationalizes his thoughts based on basic mathematical principles, as opposed to using his knowledge of frequently used formulas and theorems. An interesting question he asked was to imagine that there are a large number of coins, let's say 1,000, lined up in a single file, all facing up. If we flip each coin that was on a position that was divisible by 1 all the way up to 1,000th coin, and then on second step we flip all the coins again that were positions which are divisible by 2. And on the third step, do the same for positions that were multiples of 3, and so on, until you reach the 1,000th step where you only flip the 1,000th coin one last time. The professor asked the boy, "Can you tell me anything about how the line of coins would look at the end? Would there be any special sequence or relation between the coins that are heads up or those that are tails up at the end?" You may want to pause the video at this point and think about this question. Can you guess the state of all the coins at the end of this exercise without actually using 1,000 coins to see what actually happens? Like many other mathematical problems where the final result represents a certain sequence or pattern, this problem can be broken down into a smaller problem, solving which may give us a general idea of the rest of the sequence. Let's say we start with a very small subset of 10 coins. Let's represent heads as one color and tails as another. First iteration would flip all the coins to tails since each position is a multiple of 1. Second iteration would turn all the alternate coins starting from position 2 back to heads. If we repeat this 10 times, we would get this sequence at the end of the 10th iteration. Here we can see that the coins on positions 1, 4 and 9 are one color, while all others are the other color. The common property of the numbers 1, 4 and 9 is that these are squares of integers 1, 2 and 3 respectively. Let's move on and try the same algorithm for another 20 iterations. But for that we will need to use 20 coins. We will notice that the position number 16 has joined the sequence of coins that are heads up after completing a total of 20 iterations. The reason for getting this specific sequence of coins on positions representing square numbers with heads up while all the others with heads down is very basic but quite interesting. There is a mathematical property of these numbers other than them being perfect squares that plays a role in getting this specific result. Each coin is flipped exactly as many times as it has factors or divisors. Adding on to that, every number has an even number of distinct divisors as they always come in pairs, except for the perfect square numbers, because one of the pairs for divisors of square numbers is a repeating pair. That repeating divisor is the square root of that number. If you were to write the divisors or factors of all the numbers up to 20 and pair them, you would get this collection. Here you can see that the perfect squares have an odd number of factors, whereas all the other numbers have an even number of factors. You can use a simple and short algorithm in any programming language to do this processing for the first 100 numbers, or even the first 1,000 numbers, and get a sequence represented in a color grading format. This color graded output will give you an interesting view of the output of your iterations and the exponential spread of squares of integers. Factors of numbers, especially prime numbers, have many interesting applications. We will talk about those in other videos to keep this video simple and to the point. We hope you enjoyed this video. We will continue to add more tutorials in our channel. If you want us to create a tutorial for a specific challenge, leave us a comment and we will add it to our list. Subscribe and tell your friends. Keep learning and keep coding.